Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building with XB, Building Basics with XB, I guess. So I've had a surprising number of people ask me to help them building ramps. I'm still I'm very adamant I'm not the best builder. And so I'm gonna do my best to help build ramps the best way I know how. And so there's a couple ways that I know of to go about it. And so we're gonna go over those, I guess. And I guess we're just gonna use this cliff here. It's like right next to the base. I mean, we got that cliff over there, we got this cliff over here. This one might be a bit harder to do because you can see it does have this incline decline thing going on here. So depending on where you come off that cliff, it's obviously going to be harder. Like you wouldn't want to come off right here, right? Because there's this giant rock here that cannot be broke. And so it would just make everything that much more difficult. But I feel like coming out maybe in here wouldn't be a terrible idea. And so you want to start by getting your foundation as close to the edge as you possibly can. Without making it more difficult for yourself, I guess. And so again, this is just the best way I know of to build a ramp. And it's going to be a large ramp from here down to the bottom. And then obviously back here, you're going to run into issues, like this, and that with without the collision going, or the no collision going. And so you're going to have to kind of fill it in as you can with this. But that's not what this is about. That's not about that. It's about this. So the way you want to start is you want to come out as far as you can with ceilings, right? And so that gives you the base to go down. The next thing you're going to want to do is obviously you can't place anything here, right? So what you got to do is you're going to have to build down. And yes, I'm doing this in creative because it's just easier. You can do this in survival. You're definitely going to want a flyer. You're definitely going to want a flyer. I've had people ask if I could do, a bridge or a ramp tutorial without flyers. And I don't know that that's going to be a thing. Because at some point you can do it without a flyer. You can do it with ladders, and you'd have to start like down here, build up with a pillar and stuff, and then build out, and then you'd have to tear it down as you come back. And it's a whole thing, right? And so this will help us come down a bit, as you can see, because as far as the game is concerned, I don't know how it works this way, but it does. As far as the game is concerned, this is all attached, except for right there, as you can see, because there's no pillar going up the middle. And so we can come down a bit, just not as far as we can with that one. Oh, well, yeah, there it goes. Okay, never mind. All right, and so that's basically how you do it. And then you just continue that. You get these where you can. Obviously, you can't place it there, so you have to come off this one and then come back down with some more pillars. And then you can make it all pretty and, use the thing with the... Oh, come on. Are you serious right now? You son of a... Get it. All right. And then you got to make sure you extend it down. Obviously. Because it does need that support. It is ARK, after all. Yeah. And then so that should continue down. And then you're going to have to keep continuing down like that. It sucks. But that is the way it is. You gotta keep doing that all the way down. There is no great way about building ramps. You have to work with what you have. And then again, you can't place it there, so you have to start over here and bring it out and over. And it's important you get this ceiling here because that's going to support, help support the middle of the ramp. I mean, obviously this is a 3 wide. You can make it wider. You can make it skinnier. You can make it 1 wide, 2 wide, 10 wide. The principle is the same. You got to start at the top. I mean, you have to. Like, there's no other way. You have to start at the top. That's just the way it is. All right, and then as low as you can get it without, okay. And then again, we're going to come over like this. And then at some point, you should be able to get it to where it's not going to be such a pain, where you don't have to have it as much. This incline is not great. Like, if it went down further, obviously these would be more, they would be further apart. But because it's such a steep cliff, is that okay? Yeah, but because it's such a steep cliff, we're gonna end up needing more, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So let's go ahead, see if we can't finish this off. All right, and then yeah, this is. Oh yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna bring that across. We don't need it in the back there, but we're gonna do it anyway. I mean, I guess we could do this and then bring it down so that just so it comes out further, right? And then you got to take it all the way down. Is that in? Nope. There we go. Yeah. Again, you got to make sure it's sunk into the ground. It has to be attached to the ground, people. It has to. All right, that's attached. And then continue this. See how far down we can go. Not far. But with the way we've done it now, we should be able to come down even further. Oh, come on. Oh, are you really gonna? Oh, you're gonna be up. Oh, it's because, okay. And then we should be able to, no, whatever. But we should be able to come down further. Oh, come. Do that. And then come down. And come down. All right. So that should. Oh, no. Yeah, that should get us a bit lower. Oh, no. You suck. Okay. And then we need to snap them together. And so this is the point where you're going to start snapping the pillars to the pillars as much as you can. Obviously, you can see here you can't, and so you're going to have to go back to doing this, right? And all right, it's attached, and then we can bring this over. And we should be able to continue with this. You son of a... So there we go. And then we should be able to snap there. Oh no. Are you gonna... Can we go sideways? No. You suck. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We can come out. Actually, you know what? Let's come out another one. Ah! Again, this is not the prettiest way to do it. As you can see, it's not pretty. But, I mean, it's ARK. You got to do what you got to do to do what you're trying to do. I mean, there's no other way about it. Oh, come on. There we go. You son of a... Stop it. Okay. Come on. Oh, this rock. All right. So we're almost at the ground. And then here we can hopefully... Are you gonna... That'll snap, which means we can bring it over. Or you... Oh, wait, there it was. All right. And then this freaking rock. go. Okay, we gotta get rid of this rock. Okay. Weapons melee. Oh, that was. Go away, rock. Okay, come on. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Okay. So, I believe that is... No, we can actually continue down. And then that's going to be... Now, see, this is where you kind of run into an issue. It's obstructed. It's a ramp. It's obstructed. And so it really kind of ruins things here. And so we're going to actually demolish this. And then we're going to grab some foundations. Now, the trick here is we got to try. What we need to do is try to get it so that they line up in the best way possible. So if we can get it to kind of line up, how's that going to do for us? All right, so that's not going to work. That's not bad, though. That's not bad. I don't like it, but that might work. All right, so what we need to do is demolish this. Can we then... Oh, it's obstructed. Of course it's obstructed. Of course it's obstructed. Why wouldn't it be obstructed? And that's obstructed. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And that. Do that. Let's see if we can... Come on. Oh, you suckwad. All right, can we... Come on. Are you really not going to place anywhere? Anyway, yeah, that's about how you're going to have to do it. So if we bring this back, we should be able to do this. And then this. It's not great. It really isn't. You can probably figure out a better way to do that. Again, I'm not the greatest ramp builder. I'm not. But, I mean, that is a ramp. This is obviously not for PvP. So anyone going, that's not going to last in PvP. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. It's not built for PvP. It's built for PvE purely. Purely PvP. Or PvE. That's just to get from down here to up there. That's it. And you don't actually need this here. Like, you don't need this. We demolish this. And then we get the ramp back in there how it was. You should... Oh, no, you can't. Oh, crap. That's not good at all. Okay. So that might cause an issue. Dinos should be able to get up there. Anything that, you know, you're bringing up this way, as long as you are somewhat centered, it should be fine. Like that Diplo, you could take up here, no issue. This thing is just... It's stupid. It's stupid. Although... Yeah, I don't think there's any way to do that. Anyway, the ramps should sink into the ground. It's just the way it is. I don't know why it doesn't. It's ARK. It doesn't make sense. But that's basically it. I mean, that is just how you build a ramp. I mean, you got to look at this. I mean, it's an absolute mess. The other way to do it, if you have the spot to do it, but your spot has to be absolutely perfect, would be to... I mean, it pretty much has to be like a vertical kind of cliff. Like, I guess this might work. And so what you got to do is, I guess, start from the top again. So we're going to start here. Right? And the same kind of thing. We're going to... You know what? I think we're going to come... No. We're going to ramp it. And then obviously with the height of this, I mean, it's really simple to just come down, as you can see, right? But another way you could do it is get some foundations in here snapped to this up here. So if we tear this out, it's going to take out the entire thing. Come on. Oh, what is... Lost my mouse there for a second. And there we go. All right. So you're going to want to bring out some ceilings. And then come down. Come on. Oh, not far enough. And that rock. All right. And then we can demolish that. Get that in there. And then if we get rid of this rock... This is just to show like how you could basically do it if you have like a vertical cliff. It will make things look better in the long run. And so that's now all attached. Or at least it's squared. It's not quite attached. But we can come down. And then most of the time, all you have to do is come in here and do that. And that will generally attach the ramp to the foundation. And then if this foundation comes out even further, you know, you can then extend out. That's how you make floating structures. Like you saw with the base. Well, if you didn't see that one, let me see if I can find like a flattish spot here. Okay, this will work. So if you're not aware, as long as there is foundation support on the ground, you can extend a quote-unquote floating building. A lot of people call it a floating building, but it's not actually floating. And the way you do that is you can just bring it up like that. And then since that's attached to this string of foundations, you can then build off of that the entire length of the foundations. Oh, come on. And actually beyond it, because you can go out from the foundation, right? And so that's another way of doing it. That's kind of what that's, showing, is that it's attached to one string of foundations. That's how a lot of people make bridges in vanilla. Obviously with Structures Plus and all of that, it's leaps and bounds easier. Like so much easier. But I mean, hopefully this helps. Again, it's just a very basic bridge. You don't have to use wood. I just used wood because it's the easiest to get. You can use metal. You can build a ramp using stone ceilings, slope ceilings, or wood slope ceilings, or metal slope ceilings. Or you can just use ramps. Obviously, with stone, you're going to have to use the stone ceilings, because there are no stone ramps for whatever reason. It doesn't make sense, but there's not. So hopefully this helps some of you. The same basic thing should work on Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever you're playing in vanilla or whatever. The same principle should work. You just have to step down the cliff to build your ramp. But be aware that if something breaks anything up here, your entire ramp's gonna go. So you got to keep that in mind. If you're building out of stone, you don't have to worry about it as much. Like gigas, alphas, I believe, can break stone. You got to watch out for those. I think a charging rhino can damage stone. So you got to really be careful about where you're building and what you're building out of. Obviously, if you're building out of tech, very, very little can damage it. So just, you got to keep those things in mind. But again, hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully this is kind of what you all would looking for, just a basic, very, very basic way to build a ramp. There are much better ways to build them out there, I'm sure. I am not familiar with them. I build in modded and with Structures Plus, because it's just honestly the best way to build. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you found it informative. and I'll see y'all next time.